Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I'm listening to myself talk in regards to the Lakers last night, the video that I made last night, and the video that I made this morning, and I just realized that there's more urgency to apply, not necessarily pressure, but urgency. Um, I think no, I don't even think urgency is the right way to put it. It's just a certain level of cautiousness that we need to bring to this game. That's the best way to describe my real thought. We got to be really, really aware of how desperate the Golden State Warriors are going to play tonight. Kind of put ourselves in their shoes a little bit, realize that they're down 2-1 to a team that has some advantages against them that are pretty glaring. Um, they have some issues trying to overcome the defense in front of them, and I think they have some things that they could be willing to unleash on us that we may haven't yet to see, sort of like what happened in Game 2. So I don't think they're done doing math on us, geometry, so to speak, as if I could speak. Um, but nevertheless, I think it's coming, and we need to be ready for any type of adjustments. As I always say, in-game adjustments is going to be the golden key to our real success if we're able to show that we can um, change what we're doing in a moment's notice to react to what it is that maybe we see as necessary. I think I really think this team can overcome anything. But if we're married to something that doesn't work for any length of time, no matter what it is, then we're going to play right into the hands of a team that will capitalize on every mistake you make from here on out. They're extremely intelligent, they're extremely successful, obviously, and they're extremely desperate. And they understand that they're defending their NBA championship is going to be determined on how well they play tonight. They know that. They have had demons that have reared its ugly head on the road yet again, and we have not talked much about it. But the psychology going into tonight's game is that they have found not only a failure on the road again, but in a very, very demonstrative fashion. So that could be back in their heads to some degree. We need to try to get out on top of them early, get out to a double-digit lead early, even though they're more than capable of erasing that lead. That's not the psychology behind why you want to get out to an early lead. It's because you want them thinking about how difficult it is to win on the road from here on out, because they're definitely not looking at home that way. Those role players, whoever's on the floor that's not named Steph and Clay and Dre, need to be thinking that I can't win in this building. And that is something that they're just not going to be thinking starting this game unless we get out and play well and get out on top of them early. I want to see LeBron James driving at the rim tonight. I really do, man. His pressure on the rim is going to have so much to do with whether or not we are successful tonight and whether or not he's able to have the energy for the rest of the series. Because at the end of the day, whatever energy he's trying to conserve by shooting the three, it pales in comparison to the rest that he's going to get if we end this series in 5. And that's pressure on the rim, scoring in the paint. That is what is really going to be the Achilles heel to them overall. They can do a lot of things to mess with us and make it so that we're confused out there. But one thing they cannot overcome is the fact that they're too dang thin in the paint. They're too dang thin. When you start wearing on the fact that after you get past Draymond Green and Kevon Looney, that they really genuinely don't have anybody that can defend you. Genuinely have no one in the paint that can defend you. You understand why getting past those guys is important. Now we know they have fantastic wing defenders like, Wiggins, who may have some success against bigger players in certain situations, but you don't want him having to play the whole game that way. Not if you're the Golden State Warriors, not if you're Steve Kerr. You don't want to have to. JaMychal Green might get a stop here and there too, but you definitely don't want him out there to be exposed by a guy like Anthony Davis or a guy like Riyad Tamor. You don't want that. And so these are the things the Lakers need to be thinking about on the other side to make sure that they have to go through. And that's why LeBron James' pressure on the rim is so important to me, because he is going to get the people in foul trouble. He is going to make sure that guys like Kevon Looney and Draymond Green are baited into situations where fouls are being called. Draymond Green, in situations like this, you guys, as a Laker fan, I'm very happy I'm on the other side of him, because even though he has an opportunity to play well, this is a high pressure situation. And a lot of times he just throws in the towel mentally in terms of doing something dirty or doing something technical or calling out or going too strong at a referee or something. He's bound to do something. And so this is one of them games. It's game 4. He down 2-1. The situation at hand is going to be that of him not needing to mess up tonight. On the road, where stars is everywhere, pressure is high. Draymond Green is a ticking time bomb in situations like this. And for the rest of the series, I think that for the rest of the series, we're gonna keep an eye on him and see what happens there. And of course, we gotta monitor certain things that could catch us off guard. Jordan Poole didn't get but 16 minutes last couple of games. He's been removed from the equation. Did that take away his talent level? Did that mean that he's not still somebody that can go out there and get 40 and 8 assists? Like, no, this is who he is. So as far as I can tell, he's being rested. He's being rested. Yeah, he's struggling, but that could be misdirection. They could have probably told him to go out there and brick shots on purpose, so we think he's cold, leave him open, he goes nuts. Do not ever think that dude is anything less than something different. Because just because they don't have him worked into the equation and he's thinking up the joint and his mind's probably focused on other stuff, maybe he's caught up in the LA reality right now since he's literally out here playing playoff games. I don't know where his head's at, but I know what he can do. I know what he can do, and I know what can happen to us if we start looking at him like he sucks or something, like he can't play. If you start looking at a player like that, like he can't play, I promise you, his talent will bother you in a major way, in a major way. So stay on Poole alert. I don't care how bad he's been playing. Stay on Poole alert. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be caught off guard by nothing. Struggling, God-given gift player about to catch me off guard. No, nuh-uh. I know he can go for 40 right now. Roll out a blade, go for 40. So nah, we ain't doing that. As long as he's struggling, it's okay to expect he's struggling. I'm not saying go out there and double team the guy, something like that, like he's balling out. But at any moment, it could change. It could change quickly. And so that's just what it is. Nobody was fooled by Klay Thompson going for 15 points in the last game, were we? No, because we saw him go for 8 threes in the game before that. And that's exactly how I look at Jordan Poole. He's another one of them. It's all in the name. Look, it's Poole. Splash. That's all I'm saying is don't expect for him to struggle for the rest of the series. And if he does, just be happy. So that's what I got to say about that. And yeah, man, Steph Curry's going to drive us nuts, man. He ain't going for anything less than 40 tonight. I'm just telling you right now, I'd be very surprised if he goes for anything less than 40. But turnovers, man. 19 turnovers. That is who they are. They turn the ball over crazy, and we force the ball out of their hands as well. So if we can get a good mix of those two things going on over the next 2 games, we'll win both of those games, in my humble opinion. And it didn't look too humble, but it was humble because I know who I'm talking about. But that is really their Achilles heel, man. They turn the ball over in some wacky ways. So that works when you're going up against a team that's not really good defensively. But if you're doing that against a team that's already taking it from you 10 times, you get what you saw in Game 3. So if there's any adjustment that I know that they can do something about, it's not turning the ball over as much. But I also know of that tendency that they have. So look for the ridiculous turnover down the last 3 minutes of the game. I don't know. It's just every year in the playoffs. It may not be a big enough moment. This is just the second round. Maybe it's not big enough moment, but this is every year. I see it all the time, and they just overcome it because they're usually able to just shoot their way out of everything. But this is a tough one. You got to be able to get in the paint, as I always say, in order to be able to open up that 3-point shot. And while they could just shoot it in people's faces and maybe they make it, like I said, I could totally see them having an unprecedented, amazing game where they break a 3-point record tonight and blow us out by 70. It's literally possible. Because that is who that is. And you ain't going to be mad at that. You just come back with your same game plan and force them to shoot threes the next night and dare them to do it again, because at the end of the day, As long as they're shooting threes and not in our paint, that's to our advantage. We want them shooting a lot. So yeah, that's what I gotta say, man. Keep Golden State shooting, keep them shooting, keep them out the paint. Have us put a little more emphasis on the defensive glass, so that they can kind of see that offensive rebounded total come down some, because it's a little ridiculous looking at that box score every night, seeing 13 every single night. I mean, no, we gotta rebound the ball a lot better than that. And so that's my thought, man. I'm very excited about this game tonight at 7:00, 10 p.m. Eastern. We are definitely ready for a game 4 in the second round. I don't know how long it's been since we said that. The bubble, obviously, and then in the bubble, it's just a different feeling, man. When you see the fans in the arena, you know what I mean. You could hear the crowd. You feel the surge of momentum and things of that nature. The silence at the free throw line. All of those different things give you a much more real dynamic. Even though we appreciated 2020, it wasn't the same. So this is what it's really about. And based on that, it's been many years since we had a second round playoff game 4 in our house. So I think we need to seize that moment. I expect the Laker organization to really roll out the red carpet in regards to just all of the whole nine. It's going to be a pretty night. Lots of stars. And, you know, I expect for people to get on their feet and make up for game 3, from which a lot of people felt was lackluster. But halfway through the game, it was over. It was very evident that our team had taken care of that. And, you know, it ain't like we won a championship, so we got to keep on pushing. I think that's another reason why you might have seen a poised Laker crowd, because we respect the journey. You know what I mean? Ain't no sense in jumping around waiting for confetti to fall after a game 3 win. So I defend us in that regard. I think we know why we're here. And we're just expecting our team to keep going, and we've seen many mistakes be made, and so we don't want to get our hopes up and get our heart broke. You know, we're just ready to see them compete, and we know we can beat this great Golden State championship dynasty. So let's go out here and make history. That's basically what it's about. Probably gonna break some viewing records tonight, you know what I'm saying, and ratings records or what have you. So let's go out there and do it. Bron and Steph Curry on the floor yet again in a playoff game. You know what I mean? We got to seize these moments. We got to understand what we're looking at. You know, let that be a part of what it is that we're considering here. Yo, like actually right now they're playing, they're live, and they're on the floor, and they still got a lot left. Like that's a moment, and we're not gonna be able to say that in many more seasons in the future for certain. So we've waited this long to see Golden State and the Lakers finally battle, and the era didn't end without it happening. So let that be a part of what it is we're considering tonight, and let's get at it. Let's get at it. You know, I wanted to make another reaction video only because I wanted the urgency for us to understand that they're desperate. You know, Golden State is desperate, and it's going to take us playing our best basketball, our very best basketball, to beat them. And we should expect their very best basketball coming up against us. And what does that mean? Astronomical scoring numbers. Astronomical. If they find a way to get into the paint, and they do find a way to create that three-point shot, do expect for it to fall to crazy numbers. So what do we want to do? Obviously work our game plan. I think getting people in foul trouble is always the best thing in the world for yourself. Shooters can't shoot from the bench. You know what I mean? So if Steph got 3 of them, Clay got 3 of them, it's going to be more Jordan Poole. We're going to be testing that theory out, see how gifted he's going to show us he can be on a night like this on the road. And so that's really what it's about, man. Make Steph foul you. That's what I want to see. Make Steph foul you. He cannot hurt us from the bench. So that's really it. Also, let's try to keep the technicals down. Let's stop giving them free throws for stuff that I know it's a high-pressure moment. Guys are really intent on winning. So let's remember what it takes to win. Let's be competitive in our nature. Didn't we talk about this all season long? Intellectually competitive in our nature. You know what I'm saying? Let's be smart. Sit on the sideline. If the refs do something crazy, if it makes sense to stand up and make your voice heard, do it in a way that doesn't hurt the team. Because it's the playoffs and every point matters. Lose by 1, you lost just the same. And believe you me, we've lost enough 1-point games to know every single one of these free throws and every single one of these technical matter. So let's figure those out. Let's not forget how to ball handle. Let's just keep our turnovers down, the unforced ones. The little technical ones are the ones that often hurt us. I keep seeing this stuff. one misstep, not putting the ball down first, stuff like that. Doing weird pivot stuff. Those are the turnovers that we often forget that we make. That definitely count as a turnover. It's not always the ball flying off somebody's foot or somebody making a bad pass. Sometimes it's some of these little technical issues. We have got to be sharp, not take chances, don't be funny style, none of that. Make it make sense so that you can keep the ball within your hands and out of the possessions of the other team. So that is what I have to say about that, man. We get better at those things as these playoffs progress. Handle these pressured moments well. Take care of quarters 2 and 3 a lot better than we did in game 2 when they went for 40 plus in both quarters. And we start taking care of possessions on both ends and being intent on everything that we do and present in the moment and everything that we're doing on the court. They're going to have to prove they can stop what it is that's basically built to beat them. You got to give Rob the credit. He built something to beat all of these guys. So if we do what we're supposed to do from possession to possession, that's what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? People need to understand what they got here with this Laker thing. This ain't no joke. We just need to make history. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. So that's what I'm here to speak on. That's the urgency. The Golden State Warriors are going to try to play their best basketball. But if what I'm saying has any truth to it, it ain't going to matter if we play our best basketball. So that's it. Go out there and play your best basketball. We need Anthony Davis to be intent on getting dunks tonight, man. Lobs. Above the rim. You can't miss that. You can't miss two-hand lobs, bro. So on a night where it says 2 or 4 or 6, if it ain't odd, then we need to be even with the rim. That's it. Don't shoot jumpers. Don't even worry about that. Lay the ball up, dunk. Lay the ball up, dunk. Offensive rebound, dunk. That's all you should even want to do. On a night like this, when the stars are aligned just right for you to play poorly, hey, defy it. Absolutely defy it. Dunk the ball. Ain't gonna be nothing else. You get 10 dunks tonight, believe you me. The forces of nature that are trying to work against him are gonna fail. That's Anthony Davis. Dunk the ball. So that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say, man. I think there's a good chance Anthony Davis does break the spell tonight because there's been so much intent on it that ain't no way in hell he's gonna go out there and just want to do anything funny unless the refs remove him with the too early fouls, which we know that game is coming at some point. The too early foul game for one of our stars is coming. So just brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna call them. It's every playoffs every year, so it is what it is. So that's what we're hopeful we don't see tonight. But if someone does get removed, we know we have the depth to make up for it. So we just got to be smart, keep good combinations of players that don't hurt one another on the floor with their weaknesses or what have you. It was something referenced. It was a coach reference that I had heard about to where the coach was very special at that specific thing. I don't remember who they were talking about, but this coach keeps players on the floor and protecting weak players from their weaknesses. It was said that the coach felt it was his responsibility to keep players' weaknesses from harming themselves and their players, other players on the court. You know, it's like everything the person did, the coach did, was essentially meant to hide weaknesses. I think we need to get better at that. I think it's where I want Darvin to really improve, man. Help hide some of these dudes' weaknesses. Don't allow them to stay out there and fail because you left them in positions to let those weaknesses be what's showcased. We got to identify where guys are struggling. I think we're doing better at it. Don't get it twisted. I think the progression has already begun, but this is where we really, really want to strike in and get serious right here in this way. Keeping guys from having to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? So let's try to focus on keeping our lineups down there that do a better job of protecting guys from their own weaknesses. So that's what I got to say. That is the fullness of my thought. I thank you for always allowing me to have more than one video in regards to the Lakers. I'm pretty sure I will have more before the game as well because it is playoff day. We're deep into the second round and the urgency is in place. If we don't play our best ball and we don't give our best effort, it's going to be a loss. That's it. The Golden State Warriors are definitely going to play like it's Game 7 with their lives on the line, like somebody is just going to do something horrible if they don't win. It's going to be that type of urgency. So we got to bring that same intensity. And if lethargy is going to be a problem, then it's going to lead to us failing. If you study Game 2, And I didn't study it. I'm just reflecting. But I believe if you study game 2, what you're going to find is lethargy be a thing. You're going to see D'Angelo Russell kind of dragging. Even though he's playing well, he's kind of dragging. It's a slow pace. And you're going to see Anthony Davis kind of dragging. Same type of thing. But you'll see Bron picking up. He was playing well, but everybody else was kind of dragging a little bit. And it led to us getting off to an early start that was not a very good one. So I think all in all, we got to keep energy on the floor. We got to look to let the hot hand ignite us. We got to let the crowd get behind something exciting. That's why I'm talking about lobs a lot, because I think that excitement ignites a crowd in the playoffs. And then from there, that energy bounces back to you and then disrupts the other team. So we got to use that to our advantage while we're home, because Golden State will do so with the 3-shot at Chase. So this is crypto, and they need to know they're far away from home. And we're very thankful we have home games since we don't have home court advantage. We got to seize this moment and take game 4 and put ourselves in a position to close this thing out in 5 games. We will not get ahead of ourselves in any way in regards to worst case scenarios. If we were to drop to this game, we have a new series. We talk about all those different things when we get to that point. But I think at the end of the day, we can really do something about that. We know what we do when we don't play well. We know what it looks like when we do play well. And we know we can erase any run they hit us with. We can come back, and they can't stop it. That's the reality of it. They're going to go on their runs, especially down the last 3 minutes of the game. You're up by 10, expect the score to be won soon, very soon. Don't even think about that 10-point lead. Don't even consider it. Just fight tooth and nail to keep them from coming back, and watch them do so anyway. But they can't beat you. They can get back. But the only way they can actually beat you is if you start buying into the fact that they're coming back and start making mistakes. Those advantages are still there. As that score is coming back, as they're hitting threes in rhythm, that's what they do. They probably run drills that have it so that in 3 minutes, now they're just in better positions to shoot. When you run that drill 700 times and win 1,000,000 times, you know that drill every time you run it. And so that's probably what they got going on down there. They're going to get in position to hit key rhythm shots in certain points on the clock down the stretch of the game. And what we need to know is that it is only going to get them to a point, because they're still going to have to get back on defense, and those lineups are probably not built to stop you anyway. So you can probably score on those lineups just like we saw in game 1. That's what I'm referring to. So they better come at us with something else. But most importantly, we need to keep our mindset on whatever the hell lead they have isn't safe, and know that they know that. So don't you forget who you are. So that's what I got to say, man. I'm a Laker for life, regardless of win or lose. I don't care. I like the fact that we're up 2-1. It feels a lot better being in our position than theirs, and we earned it. We earned it by playing well in game 1 and game 3. And so that's what's up. We got to handle business so we can continue to earn the comfort of peace of mind of having distance in this series, and ultimately having an opportunity to close it out. Something that they want, that you best believe they're going to put their effort out there to get. So if you want a 2-2 lead, you go ahead and let their effort be more than yours. Or a 2-2 game series, rather. Go ahead and let them tie that up. But if you want to have a 3-1 lead, then you got to do what it takes. Absolutely what it takes. And so that's what I got to say. That's my thought. BDF 44, about to salute the Kobe minute. So I want to get that done, 20 seconds or so. But, if there's anything that I can say, is that this is now. We had many a moment with Kobe. Kobe held us down in many a game 4. And I know for a fact what it takes to make him proud. It's going to be effort, no excuses. Salute that Kobe minute. And ultimately playing both sides of the floor. He took them both seriously. Defense was something Kobe took seriously, especially come playoff time. We getting stops. And so I expect for us to have that mentality tonight with our champions as well. We've already gotten it in the bubble, and now we want the respect of being able to celebrate both of our championships on Figueroa, and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in the way of that. So that's really what I got to say, man. That's what LeBron James wanted. A parade down Figueroa to celebrate 2020, and we rejected it. We told him no. But we didn't tell him no because we didn't want the parade. We told him no because we wanted him to go out there and earn it. Well, tonight, LeBron James. Tonight, Anthony Davis. Tonight, everybody who wants to celebrate the 2020 championship who's still here, you got an opportunity to do that. You got to win this game, though, and then you got to win about 9 more after that. If you're able to accomplish that, we'll have another championship parade on Figueroa. We'll celebrate both championships. Because that's how we do it. We earn it. We don't just go back and say, revisionist history, let's go back. No. That's going to propel us to go out and get what it is we deserve, which is that parade. So that's what we're going to go out there and do. Get that parade, celebrate for Bron, and celebrate this year with this unit too, because that's really what it's about. So that's what I got to say, man. My name is BDL44, and I'm out.